Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and we're back again with another Spirit Island video. So today, we're going to be playing the same matchup with the same spirit twice, but I'm going to be showing two different openings, and the purpose of this video is to explore all the downstream effects that are going to happen because of having a different opening. Now, we can see here on the screen, we're going to be playing against England 6, a little bit higher challenge than what we usually do, and we're going to be playing Thunderspeaker. I think the reason that this is an interesting topic to talk about with Thunderspeaker specifically is that the play pattern of Thunderspeaker, at least in terms of gaining cards, is quite unique in that you only gain cards on reclaim, but you gain 2 cards. So between each reclaim, you can basically pre-play out multiple turns in advance, and then when that reclaim happens, by gaining 2 additional cards, not just 1, there is a ton of new stuff that is presented to you, and it kind of gives you like a full reset on the way that you think about your next couple turns. We're going to be playing against England, like I was saying earlier, and so there's one card in particular, this sudden ambush, that is quite weak against England. And so I've got 2 builds here that we'll be using. We're going to play our first game like normal, and then I'm going to play the same matchup, same board, but I'm going to force change the top of the Explore deck such that one game we'll do this top opening, and the second game we'll do this bottom opening. The unique thing about England is that even if you kill an Explorer, it'll still build under certain circumstances with that England 1. So if we find ourselves in a situation where we can deny the first build, we will do this top build. Okay, so use growth 2, top, gains us 2 energy, gives us sudden ambush to kill off that Explorer, lets us also get that animal. We can move some Dahan around, which means that on turn 2, we can go top, okay, play Words of Warning. Okay, this will defend the other land, but by going top again, we'll be unlocking our Sun Fire, which will give us our right innate to destroy a town, and this animal here will give us our left innate so we can move 2 buildings. So we'll be able to probably solve one of the 2 lands for that next Ravage. And then we'll go top, again, clearing out that entire top track, and then bottom, which will give us the second card play, and then we'll play these 2 cards here, Manifestation plus Voice. This is a very greedy opening. England is a bit of a slog, so if you can get away with being a little bit greedy in the early game, I think it's very beneficial. So this is my favorite build to use against England, but it is completely reliant on a lucky first Explore. Then after this, we're going to be tapped out, so then we'll do Growth 1, which is our reclaim, and then we'll reevaluate from there. Now, if we don't have the ability to gain benefit from sudden ambush immediately, we'll do this bottom build. So we'll open up with Growth 3 going bottom track. That'll give us the +4 energy and 2 card plays. Okay, Manifestation plus Voice. This will allow us to put our Dahan into a land, blow it up with Manifestation, but also the 2 suns and the fire will give us our right innate. But we do not gain the left innate. We have no animal here. And the next turn, Growth 2 going top, okay, using Words of Warning to defend whatever land we did not blow up. We may or may not play Sudden Ambush. We have the energy to do so, but we only play Sudden Ambush here if we can gain that benefit and deny build, so made it a little small, and then we will reclaim, and then the game goes from there. So in a sense, the opening here is to, destroy one of the initial lands, defend the second land, and then do we greed out? Maybe. And then we go to reclaim. So the play strategy is similar, and the general concept is pretty similar, but the execution is a little bit different. And so, like I said, my goal with this video is to explore all of the downstream effects that's going to happen because of having different openings. Anyways, I expect this to be a little bit of a longer video because we're going to do 2 full playthroughs. So I'm just going to leave it there, and let's get right into it. Alright, so we wound up getting board C. Just put my presents out here. And the thing we want to look at before we even start the game is considering which of these openings we're going to use. So against England, even if we kill the Explorer, if there's 2 adjacent buildings, it will still build. So where on this board can we only have 1 adjacent building? And there's only this wetlands right here, wetlands number 8. Okay, all of these other empty spots have 2 adjacent buildings. Okay, the sands, this one has 3, this one's got all of them, and this one has 2. So if the top card of the deck is wetlands, we can open up with a sudden ambush going out this way. And then we can, do that greedy top track build. But anything else, really, there's a 75% chance that we're going to open up with Manifestation Voice of Thunder. So let's see what we get. Mountains. Cool. Okay, so we know that we're going to be opening up with Manifestation Voice, right? Like playing the sudden ambush gives us no value. So that means we're going to be doing our growth 3, gain 4 energy, and then we want to put our presence here so we can push out and deal 4 damage. And then we'll have our innate with the 2 suns and the fire. We have 2 here, and we will have 2 here, so we could kill either of those towns. I'm going to elect to kill this one here just because it'll free up these Dahan such that no matter what card comes up next, we can, mess around with it. We can do things with it. Might not make a big difference, but I like increasing our flexibility. With these Dahan being a little bit more free, having more adjacencies, and this guy's kind of stuck in a corner, right? Has less potential upside. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, fast phase, we got nothing. Skip the first event, and let's build. Exploring the wetlands. All right, so let's do our game plan. Voice of Thunder, pushing in here. Okay, then Manifestation, 1 fear, and then it'll be 2 times 2 for 4 damage, which will kill a city. Then we have our right innate, so we can destroy one of these towns, either this one or this one. And like I said, I want to kill this one here. It gives us more flexibility. Like we're going to do that anyways, but the fact that these ones can't even get to the wetlands means that these Dahan are probably not going to get used for the next Ravage cycle. So we're going to kill this here, and because we'll be able to deny this build here with our sudden ambush, we will be playing sudden ambush on turn 2. If it were any others, if we went for the sands, we'd be able to deny that, right? Because there's only 1 adjacency, so we'd be able to hit the sands. Jungles, right? It's got the double adjacency, so we would not be able to deny that. So there was a 2/3 chance of us playing sudden ambush and a 1/3 chance of us not playing sudden ambush this next turn. Okay, so we'll continue with that opening. Do top. I like to make sure that every Dahan has a friend as quickly as possible. So there we go. We'll put those guys out there. There's going to be so much mobility that it's not going to make a huge difference how exactly we do it. I guess there could be an argument to putting our presence here because this guy might get stranded for a while, and it might just be nice to have a sacred site over here just for any potential cards we might gain. And in fact, I like that argument. So I'm going to keep this sacred site here. We'll pull this guy out. This Dahan might be stranded for a while out here, but hopefully we'll be able to bring it back in and continue on with the game. Okay, let's execute this game plan. And we'll go from there. Okay, first real event, Farmer Seek Dahan for aid. This is one of the events I like to skip. So Numinous Crisis is the other event I like to skip. Well, that's fun. This card is just way too bad for every spirit in the game, and this card's just way too good for every spirit in the game. So I feel like if I'm watching someone else do a playthrough and I see Numinous Crisis, I'm like, I don't think that's particularly interesting because it's just like, it's too free. Anyways, at least we skip past both the bad ones. Great, here we go. Explore to a land with blight. Okay. Push 2 explorers or a town from a land with beast. Sweet. And then 1 damage per Dahan, and then they fight back. So doesn't really do anything here, so that's okay. All right. They will ravage. Doesn't change the outcome of this ravage either. And then we'll build. Then exploring the sands. All right, so now in the slow phase, all we have is the ability to gather 3 Dahan, 1 per air, and then push 1, because we have the 1 sun. So this is going to be hitting for 4. We can just gather these 3 Dahan in and defend it and kill it. And the nice thing about that is it will prevent, like this build right here is also prevented because of the lack of 2 adjacent buildings. So this might just turn into a pretty free game, which is always nice. Okay. Now it's time for a lot of decisions to happen all at once. We're going to be doing some reclaiming. In my personal opinion, I almost never take majors with Thunderspeaker. I mean, I usually don't take majors with most spirits. I really prefer the minor card slingers. But Thunderspeaker's innates are good enough by themselves to largely win you the game, and your uniques are largely good enough by themselves. I mean, Sudden Ambush, we're eventually going to take a major and forget this card, but the other 3 is fantastic. Manifestation is basically a major power for us because of just how good it is. So I like to just take all minors all the way. And let's see what we got. Sun's our most important element. And then I would say that wind is our second most important, with animal and fire being kind of equal in that we really only need 1. We need 1 for this, we need 1 for this. Hitting this 3 fire, it takes a long time to get there. 3 card players are picking up this guy. So I usually don't worry about that, because even if we have the 3 fires, we still need 4 suns, which requires 3 card plays and a sun, or 4 card plays. We need to largely clear our tracks before we even look at this last one. So fire and animal is not a high priority for me. But that is all to say that this is not too exciting. Not a great pull. So like calls to like, Disorienting Landscape, and then Haunted by Primal Memories are the 3 worth looking at. I don't think Shore Seas. It gives us elements we just don't care about. The effect is nice, like being able to get the Badlands on the coast, where we might have a runaway here because of escalations and stuff like that. Like we're going to build, take off the disease, and then it's going to escalate, and this will have the most buildings, so we will have 3 buildings here at the end of the turn. So having the Badlands there will be nice with this manifestation, but right now it just doesn't do anything. When we're tight on only 2 card plays, we can't just play useless cards that give us no benefit. I am considering taking this Disorienting Landscape just to push this Explorer out, because this won't build because of lack of adjacencies. During Defend, this will die, and so if we can remove this Explorer, there will only be 1 adjacency, and we can deny that build as well. That would be pretty sweet. We could also just do that with Sudden Ambush, get our Dahan back into the game. So since we already have a way of doing that, even if it costs 1 energy more, Disoriented Landscape loses a little bit of value. The other thing I guess worth noting is that we could use it to kind of keep this land locked down if we get all of our Dahan here on the coast, because it seems like we're already starting to isolate out this back end. We can use this, the fact that it's 2 range, okay, they can stretch out, and then we can keep this land locked out. That's certainly something worth considering, but it's not great. Oh, what the heck? Let's do this. Okay. Now, Haunted by Primal Memories, I think, is a lot more exciting. It gives us a Defend 3, so now we'll have 2 different Defend cards. We're less reliant on reclaiming in order to provide defense. And I don't think any of these other cards are amazing enough to take over it, so then we'll take Primal Memories here. Right now I'm considering playing this for the turn. Like, this is a guarantee, and this gives me just tons of value picking that up. We know that we'll be at 3 energy for the turn, so we are good to play these 2 cards. But we get one more minor draw, so we can see if anything better shows up. And it's another kind of a dead draw. No suns, right? Fire is on everyone, so fire is no longer a factor. This animal shows up, right? So that is something worth considering. This has an air, which is not bad, except for the card is trash. So I'm going to take Rights of the Land Rejection because it gives us the ability to deny builds, which, considering that's the way that England most commonly wins, is by, just building a ton and getting that 7 building victory. This is just a nice card to have in our back pocket in case of something bad starts to happen. I don't know if we're going to play it all too much, but, it's just a nice tool to have. So certainly we're going to stick with our plan A, and let's go from there. Defend, kill, boom, boom. Life goes on. Okay, we have 4 buildings, so Bureaucrats doesn't do anything. We only have 1 beast, and then we get a free defend 5. Okay, it's kind of a blank of an event. Sometimes that's a good thing. At least you don't have a bad event. And then we get to isolate a land. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic against England. So we're going to get guaranteed value by isolating this mountain because it will not build because of the double adjacency. In fact, I could even do better, and if I isolate this, that won't build because there's no adjacency, but also this land will not explore because there will not be a source. So that's even better. Nice. Yeah, isolate is quite strong against England. All right, so build. No buildings because of no double adjacency. Ravage. We have 3 to Han. That's enough to kill everything. And then build in the sands. And then once again, only 1 adjacency. And we get the jungles. Look at that. We are profiting off of our planning ahead. So we get the escalation and an explore. If there was a way that we could kill this all fast or kill 2 of the buildings fast, then... or no, this would build, right, because of double adjacency. And then even if we kill 2 of these fast, then that would be a double adjacency. So we might not be able to deny this build, but at least we get to feel pretty cool about the fact that we were able to deny the explore. That's something, right? Anyways, now we have to move our Dahan. And the question becomes, can we deal with this land? What combination of cards could we play? We'd have to play... let's see, if we're able to pull 4 Dahan in there, and then hit 4 winds, we could destroy 2 towns fast, and then hit it with a defend 3. So if we were to do something like this, right, like these guys aren't here, these guys are here. This would give us the 4 air, the 2 suns, the fire, so we'd be able to do this fast. But we don't actually have an animal, so we can't gather in, and this doesn't provide an air, even though it'll push it. Well, sorry, no, we'd be gathering right now. We're only gathering 3 right now. We need 4 to do that. I don't believe we can gain much by going into this land and trying to solve it. I think because we can't deal with it completely, we can just ignore it. And we can just eat a blight, and we can use that as a means to just get ahead. So instead of trying to swim uphill and just fight a losing battle, let's just ignore the problem for now, and then we'll run over here, start to solve this problem. This one's probably just going to build a town, so we could push these 2 Dahan over and then solve that. So, okay. You know, the tricky thing as we're getting into more challenging adversaries is you really don't want to do half measures. You can't get away with kind of doing stuff. You have to go whole hog. So we're going to go 3 presents in here. We know this will build up, and we'll probably drop a manifestation on it to completely clear that land. And then maybe we'll do like a Voice of Thunder to go here and then use the innate. Anyways, that is what we got. So if we were to do manifestation this turn, we would have to use growth 3 in order to have sufficient energy. Right now we're only gaining 2 a turn, and we cannot reach 3. The other thing we could do is use rights to deny this build. We can deny the build, and that will leave it as such. We could then put like a defend 3, and it'll take care of itself, assuming we don't get coast. So that is an option. Do something like that. And then maybe go like bottom. Play that. Or we could go top. So that way we'd have this innate. We could go push, kill. That way we don't have to defend this land next turn. We only have to worry about defending one land. I think I like that a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do. And we will put these guys out. Make sure that every Dahan has a buddy. And now for every presence we add for the rest of the game, it's going to be just extra. So now my thinking with Thunderspeaker is I want to just kind of plant a few sacred sites around and key lands. So I'm going to put that right here. So we'll build this up to a sacred site that has good adjacencies, and we'll go from there. Okay, fast phase here. We will deny the build, and whichever is less. So there's only one building, so we're going to get 1 fear and deny the build. This will cause a double build here. We're not going to get a fear card, so that is something worth paying attention to. Building the land with the most buildings. It's a good thing we didn't even try to deal with this land because it's going to hurt us. Now, this next turn, we're absolutely going to have to use this manifestation, or else this will just run away from us. In fact, we might even need to do some stuff in order to kill some buildings fast. We'll evaluate that in a second. Add a wilds to a land without invaders. Great. This is a way for us to basically shrink the board permanently. I'm inclined to just put it here, so that way, you know, if something kind of slips away from us, we are protected. So this might not ever come up just because we're already protected, but I'm willing to bet, you know, like this is going to slide into the build step, this is going to double build, so then that's going to build, and then that can explore. There could be a chain of events that would get us over here, and it's going to be very expensive to move all of our Dahan back. So it might look silly, but I feel like this is where the wilds will gain the most value. Okay, kill explorers. And then, okay, great. So we will build, and then we're going to double build because we got no fear card. Ravage. And then this will not build, but this will build. Exploring the sands. Okay. So we are looking at a loss condition here because it's at 5. There's already 2 builds on the table, probably a third one coming from the escalation. So we have to deal with this immediately. Now, my initial idea was to use Voice of Thunder and use our innate in order to solve this land, but 1 blight will not make us lose the game. However, 7 buildings will. So I'm going to change our game plan, and we're going to come over here, and I will kill this town. If I had the means to do some stuff over here to get 2 towns killed, that obviously would be better. But whether we go for the 3 or the 2, we're only going to get 1 town killed. So we're going to try and min-max a little bit. Time passes. Okay. So we're still looking at a loss, right? We're looking at 3 builds in this land. We have the build, the other build, and then the escalation. So we must... I'm thinking we're going to have to do rights to land rejection because we'll deny all builds in target land. So we're looking at denying 3 builds here. So if we go bottom, we cannot get this reclaim 1. Therefore, we must do a full reclaim. Okay, as much as, you know, it kind of sucks that we had lined ourselves up for the means to win, this is all pointless if we're just going to lose anyways. Okay, we have to recognize what they will be doing. So we'll just get ourselves some more tools. This time around, we do get cards with great elements. So Call to Isolation is really nice, being able to push buildings per Dahan. We could use this just to push 2 towns out. That would be a really efficient way to prevent a loss condition. And because of the good elements, it could set us up to do even more destruction. Absolutely something I would consider. So we're going to grab that. It's a 0 cost. Everything about it is perfect. Pick up 1 more miner. And once again, we are graced with some good cards. So Promises of Protection is fast Dahan movement, which is nice. It has 2 of our elements. Sun's our most important element. Enticing Splendor also gives us 2 elements. I value air over animal. So this is very nice. Being able to gather 2 Dahan fast is great too. So in a way, it's very similar to Promises, except it's a gather. So we'd have to already have like 1 presence there and then bring some more in. Carapace Land. We do have a couple other Earth cards, so we can get full value out of this guy. And then Flow is just not going to be the pick. So which do we want? Enticing or Promises? Well, let's take a look. What do we plan on doing this turn? Something like this seems very appealing to me, because we could like push these guys out. Oh, but we have to defend the Ravage. Dang. Okay, so then we already have these elements. But we could still do this, push these guys out, gather some Dahan in, kill it. Maybe then from there we'll go bottom, and then try and hit this. Okay. So let's say we do this. What cards could we play next turn in order to hit our top level innate with the air? We could do this, this, and this is going to cost us 1 energy, so that will put us at 2. Then we gain 2 next turn, so we go up to 4. So anything costs up to 4. And then we would just need another Sun, Fire, Air, which we do not have. And there's no way for us to get exactly a Sun, Fire, Air. Okay. Interesting. So now that we know we cannot kill things fast next turn, and it's going to be hitting for too much for Defend 3 to matter, we're looking at quite a bit in this land. And we're 1 energy short of being able to manifest. Perhaps we do something like this. Deny, because that's going to deny 3 builds as opposed to pushing out 2. So even if this is coastal, it gives us an advantage. It's either even or gives us a 1 building advantage. So I think this is going to be better. Okay, we still get to defend that. Eat a blight, doesn't matter. This land we're probably just going to have to bail on, and we'll probably look at a blighted island. Maybe we'll be able to defend it with... No, it's going to double build, so... And the thing I actually like about Rights is that it's going to produce 2 fear, which will get us another fear card, which will prevent a triple build. So, I think this is definitely going to be the play. Therefore, we could use this, gather a town out. It's going to be like explore a town city, right? Gather the town out this way, and then we can do drop a defend 3 here to protect ourselves. So, this will be the pick. But this is, I would say, like, you always look back and look at, like, the turn that changed the game. I'm going to say that this is the key turn of the whole game. If this turn goes over well, I'm willing to bet that it should be smooth sailing from here. Okay. Adjacent to a coastal town. Okay. Coastal town has to be either here or here. Obviously, that's going to screw us. So we'll go there. Destroy 2. Sick. And then we get a Dahan in a land that already has Dahan. No blight, no disease. So cannot go here. We can take one of these 2. And I'll go here. Or, sorry. Here. Because then if we gather this out and then defend 3, this will kill the city, which will help preserve an advantage. Push and explore town. Okay, we have no wilds, no badlands, so it's just push and explore a town from a land with Dahan. This one's still going to build. Doesn't really give us much of an advantage. So we can push this town. Could just go here with it. Because jungle is already shown up for stage 2, so after this blight happens, we've got a few turns of reprieve, whereas mountains and coast hasn't come up, wetlands hasn't come up, so this is the least threatening in the future. So we're going to push this way. Okay. Anyways, build in the sands. We did get that fear card, so we don't have to double build. Ravage in the jungles. And then build in the sands. Exploring the wetlands. Okay, so that pays off. After we gather out, there will only be one adjacency and we'll protect this pocket. We do need to escalate. This has the most, and so it would build, but it's prevented. So we prevented 3 builds with this rights. So very nice stuff. Now as far as the slow phase go, we have the ability to move 2 Dahan, and then we can kill a town for every 2. Kill a town for every 2 gives us no extra benefit here. Like we brought 2 in, we can't kill a second one. Alright, we've already got the plan to gather a town out. That's all good and fine. So I'm thinking we'll kill this town, and then if our plan next turn, so now we have to move 2 Dahan, right? So now we have to plan for the next turn. So if we're going to do something like this, and that card's already there. So something like a this and a this. To solve this land. Then perhaps we just do something like this, and then we push our Dahan in and start to work on this wetlands. Eat a Blight Cascade, go into a Blighted Island, but we will start focusing on getting ourselves ahead. Right, this is no longer going to make us lose. Like, we still could possibly get a coastal land, but we can't do anything with it immediately, so we're just going to do the best that we can with what we've got. So let's take this here, and time passes. Oh, actually, we're going to be 1 energy short if we try to do this. Once again, yeah, so that manifestation is tough. So we got these 2. All right, we already know that's part of our game plan. Maybe we do something like this, which would allow us to push Town Explorer out. It'll build. It'll build once, and then we can then kill it, defend 3. That's not so bad. So maybe we do something like this, and then we survive the turn, and then we can do this on the next turn in order to keep ourselves ahead. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, I would much rather have a Sacred Site here in the middle of the board as opposed to on the corner. So this has all the same adjacencies as that jungle plus more. So we're going to have our extra Sacred Site right here in the dead center. And now we will execute our plan. Dang. Oh, we can kill a town fast, and we are 1 fear short. So I think that's good. Yeah, this quad wind. Now we can start to do things fast. So we will kill this town, getting ourselves the fear card. And then we have the ability to push a single Dahan. Or we could push buildings around. I don't see any benefit to pushing any buildings around. So let's just gather one Dahan. Centralize ourselves a little bit. Yeah, originally we're going to go slow, so that means that the defend 3 is no longer going to work as well. But we might be able to do it with manifestation, defend, manifest, and voice, so we can kill a town fast still. So I think we'll be okay. And in fact, we do all that. If we do this, and then this, right, next turn, right, reclaim 1, hit the energy, right, give us 3 energy, give us 5. Oh, we'll still be 1 fire short. Okay, so we can't kill a city. We'll still have to defend. That's fine. This was discarded, and these were here. All right, invader phase event. Ooh. Well, since we've already used this, we could forget it. I'm not sure how much more value we're going to get out of this plant card, but getting a permanent element is nice. And we did just see that we were 1 fire short. We could just kill this all in the fast phase and then manifest in a different land. That's really high value. So as weird as it is, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to take a fire. So forget this card, and then we lose our irrelevant presence in the corner. Okay. Sweet. Push this, we get no fear, and then we get to move some Dahan around. Okay, 1 or 2 into land with Dahan setup symbols. So we can go into here, which would kill off the Explorer. We could come into here, which I don't believe will give us any marginal benefit. We could go this way, which is definitely not, like, I want these to be here. I think we're going to go this way. So now we can start to really get them into big groups. With Manifestation plus Voice of Thunder, like right here, that is a 12 damage. We're going to add more presence, so we can get that up to a 16 damage army. Huge. You know, this is just going to be our big stompy running around. So that's a really nice thing to have for the future. And we get a fear card, replacing a town with an explorer. Very nice stuff. This will prevent a city from existing, so that's what we'll do. Okay, we'll go into the build. I'm going to Ravage, and we're going to flip the Blight card. Destroy a presence. Okay, this is another excessive one with no value. And then remove a town. So we know that this card is either going to be mountain or coast, which means that no matter what, this land is going to get hit. So let's prepare ourselves in advance. Remove that town. Okay, Blight has to cascade. Let's cascade this way. Unfortunate, we got a very low one. But, you know, we decided to take some Blight to scale, and now we need to step up. Anyways, build here. There's no 2 adjacencies. That wilds we put there is doing a ton of work for us. And we get the coast. Okay. I think I would have preferred mountains, but we're probably going to manifest in this land eventually anyways. But, you know. Then again, if we went mountains, then this would build, and we'd have to go this way. Either way, that's fine. Great, so now we're in the slow phase. We can destroy a town, 2 Dahan, and we can move 3 Dahan. Gather 3, push 2. So we want to leave this stuff here, so that way we can kill it in the fast phase of next turn. If I am correct, by doing these... Yes. Yep, so we are now good for that wetlands. Let us start to get ahead a little bit. So we can gather 3, push 2. we'll do something like that. We could gather 3, push 2. Either way, there's going to be 1 stranded. So yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, let's kill that town. Is there any value in pushing 1 more? Maybe. Yeah, we push 1 more, and then they push the 3, make this into our 4 stack. Yeah, it's not bad. So, cool. We'll do that. Okay. Great, so we'll go here, so every Dahan has a friend, and then every Dahan is paired up, so now we'll just finish out the sacred site. We get to reclaim 1, and now play these out. So we aren't going to use this. I mean, we have a defense. We're going to throw a defense down just because in case you get like +1 damage or something. But, you know, just the elements are good for us for this words of warning. And this is the thing is like our best setup that we can possibly have is just playing all of our uniques. So we don't need to gain other minor powers to win the game for us, but just to kind of facilitate the game plan that we already want to have. This next go around, now that we are at our top energy, I probably will just pitch this sudden ambush for a major power, but the major power is not my intention to win the game. It's not my game plan going in. It's just, you know, a means to an end. Okay, event. And blight to land with or adjacent to buildings. And we can sacrifice 2 presents to prevent a blight. Only got 2 blight on the card, and we have presents that don't really do anything for us, so see ya. To land with disease, we have none. Okay. Yeah, this is the tricky thing with Thunderspeaker, is there's a lot of events that kill our Dahan, and that's not cool. Okay, strife in a land with beast disease Dahan. Okay, well, the beast has nothing. There is no disease. So we get to add a strife in a land with Dahan. -1 health. So cool. We can put a strife here, since we're probably going to manifest here this turn. And that means it just gives us basically 1 point of damage extra. Cool. So now we can build, and once again, we have no 2 adjacencies, so we're good on this sands. We got the fear cards. We don't need to double build. Ravage in the wetlands. And then build in the coast. Jungle Sands. Okay, yeah, so this Sands is getting a lot of activity. Now we are in Stage 3, so we don't need to worry about the extra builds. And some people say that that Stage 3 is actually easier than Stage 2 against England because that loss condition is less threatening. But, alright, so we can gather 4, push 4 with our left innate. So we can get all of our boys in the game. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So if we just do a 4 and 4, that'll kill everything down to a single explorer, which is fine. We're not looking at another build immediately. Okay. Thankfully, there's no coastal wetlands, so we don't need to have the extra math there. So we'll get ourselves to 4 here. Since we can do a gather 4, push 4, we can basically move all of these guys out onto the coast. We could like gather 1 and then push 4. So I'm thinking we might have a 3 stack here and a 4 stack here using our left innate. Okay, 4 times 4 is 16. We know that there's 17 health because of the -1 on the city from the fear card. So we'll get to kill everything except for a single explorer. And then all we have left is this Voice of Thunder. So we could just push all of these guys over here and deal with that. Or actually, if we went here, we could then basically play all the same cards again, kill all these buildings fast. You know, maybe do some, figure this land out, and then we could basically get like a terror level 2 victory, which never happens against England. But if we kill all of this in the fast phase, there will not be any builds on the wetland. Might eat a blight here. We'll have presence here so we can figure something out. Then looking at jungle sands, right? This would not build if we kill all the buildings, or well, they're probably an explorer there. So that'll build. Probably won't kill everything here. It'll put us in a strong position. How much are we at? This costs 4. We have 1 left over, so we could just reclaim, play these exact cards again. And then if we do that, maybe just prey on a fear card to do the extra 1 defense in this land. Do you want to roll the dice on a fear card? I'm okay with that. Let's play this aggressively. Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, reclaim. I'm going to pick up a major just because this sudden ambush is not great. And if we pick up there is a lot of majors that are fantastic for us, such as Trees and Stone Speak of War. That card's amazing for us. It doesn't get... We need exact elements to pull off this next turn, but it's cheap. It's fantastic. Works. It does exactly what we already want to do, but better. So we'll pick this up. And if we were to pick up another major, probably forget Rights the Land's Rejection. So we already picked up a perfect one. Do we want to push for another one? Why not? Okay. None of these are like the god tier ones, but no one's ever mad about a defend 20. So we'll hold on to that. Okay, we could do these exact same cards again. That would let us kill all of this here. We'd have 2 fear cards, terror level 2. We would need to get any sort of... There's any kind of variation of a defend 1 in order to protect ourselves in this land. With 2 fear cards, terror level 2, it's pretty good. If we don't get it, we just lose. Now, another option, instead of doing this, we could do this. It's the same elements, but this lets us push 3 things. So we could push these guys out. Maybe these guys out to here. Still only 1 adjacency, so we wouldn't get all those builds. But then this land will just have to go in and then manifest here. I think it's more... Is it more likely for us to get a +1 damage? I don't think so. So, yeah, I like this better. Same elements. It actually saves us 1 energy, which is, you know, something. So, yeah. Alright, so we already did that push, and then we will kill there with our innate. And then what do we get? Okay, so animal. We have this animal card. We could discard Words of Warning, pay an energy in order to pay for it. I don't think we want to forget anything. Certainly don't want to forget this card. Definitely not that card, because we want to use our innate to set ourselves up for the future. Invaders have +1 health. Well, that would make our manifestation less good, but I think we're already in a position where we're already in a really, really strong situation. It also gives us a chance to remove Blight. So, okay, I think we're going to go bottom. Let's discard, pay an energy, add a beast, remove a disease. So let's put the beast here. We might get a fear card that says, like, a beast removes a town. That's a thing that exists, so that gives us the opportunity to protect ourselves. Discard the top miner. It is slow, so we do get to remove a blight from the board. And either of these would be a fine choice because they're very active. Like, removing here doesn't protect us from a blight cascade, and this land's not active. So let's get rid of you. This has more ways to cascade in case something weird happens. Okay. 4 or fewer Dahan. Okay, we don't qualify for that. 3 health invaders from land with disease or an explorer from an inland land. We can remove this explorer and there's only 1 adjacency. So that'll deny a build. Okay. So it's good that we played it the way that we did because we did not get saved by the fear cards. So yeah, anyways, build, no double adjacency. Okay, so Ravage. Okay, that's fine. And then here we'll take a Blight. And then build in the Jungle Sands. No double adjacency. No double adjacency. So we just get these 2 to come down. And then Explore does not affect the coast. Sands Mountains. Okay, so we have this 1 big land, a couple small lands. We very well could be winning this game right now. It is important to remember, though, that invaders and Dahan have +1 health. So in this land, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 health. 13 health. We do have a 4 and 4, so we'd actually have to go over here with these guys. In order to kill everything, we go over here with this. So we do that kind of a swap in order to make that work. So left and 8, gather 4, push 4, 1, gather 4, push 4. And then that'll be Voice of Warning, Voice of Thunder. Okay, and then here we get to do a Fear, and then it's got 13 health. We're hitting for 16, so kill all of that. Okay. Is there a way to win fast? That is the question. We would need to get 9 Fear fast, or kill these 2 towns fast in order to win the game. So Trees and Stones is fast damage. Kill this. If I can kill this fast, and then defend, we need 1 more Dahan here in order to kill everything on the defense. Yeah, it is important to note that this will be hitting for 6. So Indomitable Claim is suddenly like a better card. If we just let this play out, this little Explorer is going to be super annoying. Let's think about this. Let us think. Because in order to play these, like if we reclaim, we can't play Indomitable. The only way we can play Indom is here. Because we're looking at a 6, so we could use just Trees and Stones, kill the town, defend it for 6, and then it'll, take care of itself. As far as that single Explorer goes, though, we don't have a way to deal with that. I think because we have Trees and Stones, that will solve the only place that we could possibly take a Blight. We still have an extra energy to play with. If we pick up a couple Miners, we might get some kind of card that'll remove this Explorer in the fast phase. Because if this Explorer goes anywhere in the fast phase, doesn't matter where, we're protected. Right? Probably go this direction with it. But so let's reclaim. And we are looking for a solution. +2 range. It has good elements. But I don't think it does anything for us. Because all our cards that are just like short range, they all interact with Dahan. So there just won't be Dahan there. It doesn't give us advantage. Elemental Boon. Oh man, a thing I didn't even think about is had we played all of these, we would get 3 Fear plus, that'd be 6 Fear. just from playing these two cards, which would put us only 3 fear short of winning. It's not great. But I do like the idea of an Indomitable. Well, it's too late now. We don't have the energy for it. But yeah, how we Indom with Threshold, we can prevent all actions in this land, because it's going to be build, ravage, build, and then, you know, like 1 in 4 chance of exploring. We could potentially stop 4 actions in this land. That was a gross oversight. Dang. I should have thought about that better. Yeah, that's probably better than whatever we're trying to do now. If we did that. Maybe. Yeah, because then there's only, like, not much going on. Anyways, no dwelling on the past. We're going to take Elemental Boon. None of these other cards are great. Like, 2 damage doesn't do anything against England with the extra health. Whereas this could possibly do something. Sap is always nice. Defend 5 is much better than defends that we've already got. Spurn on Words of Fire is basically paying 1 energy for the extra elements, but at this point in the game, I don't think we're really stressed about the elements. These other 2 cards really don't do anything for us, so we're just going to pick up Sap. Just a nice card. Now, the thing with Sap is that it's going to be hitting for 6. We could just use it to defend 5, and then we're protected. And that would give us more energy, right, as opposed to using trees. So that is something worth considering. So at this point, we did not pick up a means to pick off this guy. So we're just going to have to hope for, like, you know, Beast Kill Explorers event. Finally profit off of it. So what if we did something like Sap and then just try and, like, create a ton of fear, like 3 fear here, and then... Or maybe we do something like this. If we do this, right, we could get this land defended. Go over here, manifest, because that's going to be double building. I do like that. And then we'll have our innate to come over here and do work over here. So I like that. Okay, invaders do extra damage and lands with more invaders. Dang it, that's really bad for us because they're going to build an extra invader. And that would be enough to make us lose the game. So that is terrifying. Choose a land with disease, there are none. Okay, we get 1 fear. 1 fear card to bail us out. Remove from a land matching a ravage card. Heck yeah. That'll put us down to 2 invaders, no extra damage. If we were to remove this, we do not have enough damage to kill both a city and a town, so therefore we will remove the town. If we had the damage, I would, because we get extra fear, but right now I think we're going to have enough fear with just what we've got in play. So let's go from here. Okay, sands, mountains, mountains, jungle, wetlands. Okay. So if we manifest here, we're looking at a 9, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'd be left with 1 town. But there'll be no more cities. And that'll put us within range of just winning the game in Terror level 3. So we'll do... we'll use our left innate because that can do 3 and 3. So we'll use our group of 3 with our left innate. So this group of 4 can stay together with the Voice of Thunder. So here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. And then we'll use our Voice of Thunder. Come over here. Then use our innate here. Now with only 2 fear and we win the game. So all we have to do is do 2 fast fear and we can just play this Haunted by Primal Memories. Just target this beast land that'll produce 3 fear and that will win the game. So it really doesn't matter what we do. It just feels nice to clear all the tracks. So let's do that. Gain, pay, and then target this land. So it produces 3 fear. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Terror level 3 victory against England 6. Alright, so that was a good first game. An interesting thing with that game, even though we picked up a couple majors, we never actually needed to play them, and the straight minors was sufficient in order for us to win the game. So I just want to reiterate, when you're playing this matchup, Thunderspeaker versus England, our base game plan is strong enough that as long as we have the minors that can give us the elements, we're good to go. So we're going to play this matchup again, and we're going to play the same board. If you want to force a board on TTS, just go here, search through the bag, pick out the board you want, and just put it right down. And it'll load right there. So let's go right here. Okay, and we're going to be forcing wetlands to go first so we can show the other build. And we get it. So that works out pretty nice. Don't need to get weird with it. So yeah, we're going to open up with the wetlands. And once again, we're going to be doing sudden ambush into words of warning, into manifestation plus voice, completely clearing the top track, and then picking up this on the bottom track before we go to reclaim. So this is a much more greedy build, but I think it's wonderful when it works. Okay, so we'll come over here like this. We're going to, top, gain, and sudden ambush. By the way, I do like this. On one screen, without really having to zoom in and out, you can have everything all on one screen. I think I might do this for all my future videos. Just kind of grab a board, whether it be of my choosing or maybe I'll random off to the side. But, make this nice and tight into the corner so everything is a little easier to see. I do like that. But anyways, come over here, pick up that Explorer, and go into the event. Skip the first event, build, and explore the sands. Great. So I have the innate, so I can move 2 to Han because I have 2 air. So we'll come in here and we'll do this. Since we know that next turn, when we do the words of warning, we'll have the right innate to pop a town. So we can pop this town right here, and then probably just let this land go. Great. So time passes. We'll continue with our game plan. Make sure every Dahan has a friend. Play words of warning. And go from there. All right, burn through that pretty quickly, and let's see what we get. Extra distance on Explorer, that doesn't do anything. Disease does 2 damage to invaders, so we're not going to be doing any slow damage, so we'll just pick off that Explorer. And then 1 fear per land with invaders, where Dahan outnumber buildings. We have 2 of those for 2 fear. Great, so we'll Ravage here, build here, and explore in the mountains. Okay, and then a slow phase, our right innate lets us kill a town, and then we can reposition 2 Dahan using the left innate. We already have these 2 in a good land. These guys aren't doing anything. So now we have the left innate, which lets us reposition 2 Dahan. So this land's going to be active soon. It's going to build. We might as well leave this here so that way I can kill the Explorer. So let's move these guys this way. And that'll be perfect. That'll set us up for a good manifestation without having to do extra movements. So yeah, let us do that. Okay, and lastly, we'll go top. We can drop a sacred site somewhere. I'm going to put it right here in land number 7. Leave a sacred site there, so that way we just have adjacencies on the back end. Maybe we can use it for some other land targeting power while we move all the Dahan to the coast. And let's execute the game plan. So nothing in the fast phase. The event, okay. So that'll give extra health, which means that it will make this land a little bit harder. So if we pay for it, which I think I would like to do, because we can easily forget this sudden ambush because we don't care about it at all. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we'd have to, I mean, even if we bring just one in, the 5 city and the 4 on the town, we can manifest those 2 buildings away and then just leave the explorer behind. That's fine. So yeah, I like that. So we'll forget that. We get to add a beast, remove a disease. So the beast I'm going to put here in the sands just because this is going to be a problem land and we might randomly pick up value from the beast. There's an event that's like beast kills a town. So that'd be really nice to have. And then discard the top minor power. It is not slow, so we get nothing. We get the extra health. We have plenty of Dahan, so we don't get the blight. Okay, build. This does not have 2 adjacencies, but this one does. We will ravage. Oh, and we didn't get a fear card, so we need to do a double build. Okay, ravage here, and then build here. Explore will be in the coast. Okay. So, we have a manifestation, voice of thunder, and then killing a town. I like the idea of killing this town. It's actually a shame that we lost the ambush, because I actually would ambush this here instead. I'm just going to keep everything together. So let's just go here. Fear, manifest, and then kill a town with 2 Dahan. If we did not have the extra health, I very well could have just killed the city with the manifest, killed the town with the innate, and then pushed 2 Dahan this way. So that way, you know, these guys are already in position. And then, you know, just like defend 3 here. But alas, what are you going to do? As time passes. And now let's reclaim. Let's see what we can get away with. This land right here is going to be the big one. It's going to triple build this turn. It's going to be sands, coast, and then an escalation. So it's going to be at 5 buildings. So that's the first thing I'm keeping in mind. Another thing I might consider is just if we could pick up a blight removal. That will get the job done, at least temporarily. So that'd be something I'd like to see as well. But we're going to reclaim, and we're going to gain some miners. Okay. So this is pseudo blight removal. Pushes instead of removing it, but at least we prevent a cascade from happening. Also, we could just gather this blight in and then prevent a cascade from happening just via the card. Drought adds a blight. It's pretty easy for us to hit the 3 suns to destroy the city. So that'd be a really nice thing to have against England. The fear is really nice against England. We can always get the 3 fear out of this card. And this card is also 3 fear, except it has better elements for us. I think the fact that portents cost 0 is going to pay dividends over the course of the long game. Let's play manifestation more. Because having 3 energy a turn isn't that much. So I'm going to pick up portents. And let's gain 1 more minor. And sweet, Nature's Resilience is a very good card. But Cycles of Time and Tide does remove this blight. It also gives us more Dahan, which is super, super hard to get. So I actually really like Cycles of Time and Tide here. Great. So words of warning. And then if I do like a manifest, I could do like a 3. I could do like a 3/3 and then hit that for 9. It's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus maybe an explorer. So that would not be bad. That would just leave 1 Dahan stranded out here, but it would pretty much solve my problems. I do like that. And then this will build a town. I can pop the town here. And then maybe... Maybe... Well, I'll also consider manifesting in this land, right? Like, gather 3, push 3. Because with the setup that we have here, we don't have defense. Well, I guess it might not be too late to do the nature resilience. Because if we gather 3, push 3, this is going to build before it ravages. But then we'd be taking 2 blights off of this land here. I think we'll stick with this. I think Cycle Time Tide is really strong. This at least gives us a good turn no matter what we choose to do. And let's see where it takes us. Yeah, because an event like that could change everything. Move a town inland. Right, but now we can use our escalation in this land to keep this land small. Okay. Disease. We don't have disease. Defend 1 per Dahan. Okay, that was a wasted action. And then strifing a town. We're going to strife this land here because we are probably going to escalate into this land in order to keep this land down. So that'll help us out in the future. So we'll build, ravage, and build. And actually we do escalate here anyways, but at least it's not nearly as bad. Right, there's 1 fewer town than there would have been. Okay. So I'll kill this town. Well, yeah, the other thing, if we went 3, 3, be there. Yeah, I could do like a 3, gather 3 here, push 3 here, kill 2 cities and an explorer, and then pop the town with the innate. And then that would leave us in this position here, where then this could just like build, ravage, and then we're all good. Alternatively, I could go this way with it. Then just remove this blight. And then, yeah, the only problem is then that's going to build a town before it hits us. That's the only reason why I'm less excited about this play here. But we will be playing exactly these 3 cards next turn. Unless if we choose to do another reclaim. Another reclaim just does not seem good. Doesn't give us any advancement. So yeah, we're going to be playing these 3 cards. I like the idea of just playing it a little bit more aggressively. This leaves 3 Dahan back here in order to go this way. Like we go Dahan here, in order to deal with the wetlands next turn. Fear. 9 damage. Kill a town. Okay. This could be risky. This is really just kind of rolling the dice. Let's see what happens. Put a sacred site here. And let's get excited. So we'll target this land to get the extra Dahan. We'll also target this land with the fear. And what do we get? Ignore strife, that's fine. Destroy 2 among beasts, that doesn't do anything. And then defend 2. Okay. First person camera activated. I don't know what that means. Whoa. What did I do here? Top down camera. I think third person is what we use. Well, that's cool. Alright, so we got the defend. So we're still looking at 2 blight though. but I think no matter what, we were looking at flipping the Blight card this turn anyways. I'm matching a Ravage card. Okay. 2 or more Dahan. Just remove this. That's actually bad for us. Dang, that's actively bad for us because we miss out on 2 fear. Dang, that's actually annoying. All right, so let's build. We'll Ravage. Okay. And then we will build. Exploring the mountains. And this land has the most, so it will get the city. Okay. Slow phase. What do we got? We could Voice of Thunder, kill the town, and now that's solved. That's looking at a Blight Cascade, which is kind of annoying. But maybe we just let it be, and then we look to go over here and then manifest this next turn. I think that's probably the best option that we got. It's just kind of frustrating. But anyways, now we're going to do a reclaim, and then next turn we'll pick up this reclaim one. So we might do a little bit less reclaiming in the future. And I like all of these cards. I don't want to get rid of any of them, so let's just keep going with the miners. And what do we have? A fast push 3. Okay. Blight removal. Completely off element, but it is Blight removal. All this Blight, though, is coastal, which Cycles of Time and Tide also picks up. Some Beast, some Explorer control, which doesn't do anything. This is also Blight removal in mountains and jungles only if there's no... Probably just Veil. At least it does something. And... well, this one has great elements for us. Right? It doesn't have the air, but it has the other 3, so that's really nice. Well, all of these have some combination of good elements for us. 2 damage isn't going to do it. 1 damage isn't going to do it. So it's down to these 2. They both cost 0, which is nice. I think the sun is just too important. So I'm going to go with just the nice, clean, the Sunfire. This is actually only going to be our 2nd fire in the whole set. So you need to have... so that means that we can now actually hit this threshold here. Right? So like we could do something like this, this, and this. Or really any sun card, right? We could do that and hit everything. So now we can actually start to do stuff. And this is actually not a bad setup. Right, remove the Blight. Push for Manifestation. I don't know, Territorial Strife will like kill this town. It's not bad, actually. But then... but then where do we use the Innate? Well, actually, that's going to double build. It's going to be 8... 14. No, even with the double build, we're good here. That'll double build, and then we even want this to escalate. Yeah, we're going to be... Manifestation's way too good, man. 16 damage for 3. Like, we just eat the triple to the face. It's insane. Yeah, this is actually, like, fine. Just like this. Yeah, because all that happens... yeah, the only thing that we don't get is the ability to really make use of killing a city. Because that's going to build once, so like we could pop that for free, but... I mean, we still want to manifest, we still want to play these 2 cards, right? So if we were to do something else besides this Territorial Strife, we want it to be an animal card, which only leaves these choices. If we do this instead, then we only get to push 3, not 4. So, yeah, This is just the best. Okay, remove the blight. Sacrifice a presence, which is fine. We have all this excess presence. Sacrifice 2 presence, that's fine. Beast kills explorers, okay. And we get another coastal Dahan. Let's go. Alright, build in the coast. Ravage in the wetlands. Let's go here. Then explore the sands. Oh, sorry, that was Ravage, and then I need to build again. So build like this, and then explore the sands. Then we have an escalation, which I will put here. Okay. So we can either strafe that city or kill the town. But first, I'm going to... see, we'll come over here with 4. Fear. That is, let's see, that would be 9. That's 8, that's 17. So there's only going to be 2, we're 2 damage short of clearing the land. So we might as well just leave a town behind. Did we explore a town? Yeah. So that's going to be 4, 8, 11, 14, 15, and 1 damage. Is how that's going to be. Okay. And then that uses this. If we had gone here earlier... Ooh, we shouldn't have put the blight there. We could have put the blight like here, just eaten that blight, and then life goes on. But alas, instead, we'll just kill that town. Kill the town or strafe the city. Kill the town or strafe the city. And we'll strafe the city. Okay. Alright, we strafe the city because we still have this innate here, which lets me kill the town. Here. Okay. Yeah, so we come in. Yeah, we fly in. Words of warning. To defend. And then life goes on. Okay. Cool. So if we do this, maybe we reclaim this and play it. Maybe we use this fast, so instead we produce extra fear. Right, so if we do this, it's not bad. The only problem with this is that I think we would need one more. I think I'd rather do Voice of Thunder, because we'll come in fast, and then we'll push out slow. Right, we'll come in, defend, push out, manifest. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we want to do. So, to reclaim, there's no point going double, so we'll just gain the extra energy right now. Once again, everyone has a friend. We don't have any extras this time. So we'll come here with this. I wonder, because that Dahan isn't enough to kill everything. I wonder if it's better to go 4 and 4. Right, we'll do something like this. And I also wonder, maybe it's better to leave one Dahan here, pull this one out, remove this blight, so that way we can let that blight again. So that way we can manifest this wetlands. That's going to be sitting on 5 buildings. It's going to be the biggest hit. I do like that. So we'll 3, 1, push out 4, go here, defend 3. And let that be. Okay. Invader phase. We either pay energy or sacrifice a presence. I'm inclined to just sacrifice this presence. So that way we can save the energy, we can reclaim, drop another manifestation. Might even go for a major. I feel like we're at this tipping point right now where, like, by blowing up this, and if we dodge jungles, we're going to be in a really, really strong position. Like, I almost want wetlands to come up again. If wetlands comes up again, I think we're actually going to be in a really strong position. We lose a blight. That's fine. Okay, push 2 explorers or a town. So this raiding retaliation is going to kill that city, right? Well, we know this is can only go up to 5, so we might as well put that up to 6. Just, yeah, because we're actually like kind of safe now that we know that we can't get an event for an extra build. Yeah, that's fine. Because if we do that, the strife comes off, and like, yeah, it's all a wash here. So okay, just trying to see, like, if we were to push this town over here, right? If it wasn't for the extra health, we would totally do that. Let these all just get killed, and then we'd be fine. But instead, like, we do this, we kill these guys off, then it would hit for 5, and the defend 3 would be insufficient. So we'll just push this way. We'll take the free city kill. And then terror level 2. 2 explorers or a town from a land with the hunt. It removes... I'm just going to remove the explorers so we can get the fear. I guess we're going to remove the town anyways. Alright. Interesting. Screwed by the event. Or screwed by the fear card. But this land does not build. Because now there's nothing here. So, kind of works out, I guess. Ravage in the mountains. And then build in the sands. And explore the mountain wetlands. So I got my wish for that wetlands explore. But now what do we do? So we'll come over here. Push in. And we already used this innate. So we'll just push our 4 in. I'm going to do... this innate here lets me kill 2 towns, so I'm just going to do that now because nowhere else to use it. And then it will do 16 damage. 4, 8, 12, 15, 16 damage. That's pretty good. Manifestation is so good. Alright, time passes. I think here we're going to look to reclaim. I am going to pick up a major just to see if we can swing something awesome instead of this Veil of the Night's Hunt. But even then, Veil, like, it doesn't... Actually, no, we can't deny any builds. But we're just going to pick up 1 major. See if we get anything cool. Sweep into the sea. We do have cycles to go with the sweep. So we can threshold that. Basically just like kill towns. I don't know. Kill stuff. We could definitely get value out of that. And since we're going to be playing Cycles of Time and Tide this turn anyways, if we play these 2, it's already thresholded. And then we can play like any other card. Any other 2 cost. Would probably... want to do something like that. Yeah, we could strafe the city, push, like kill, kill, I don't know. We could do something like that. But anyways, we have another miner to gain. Nothing too exciting. Sky stretches. We're probably going to take sky stretches. You can use it with sweep for threshold, but we could also use it with manifestation. It has a sun air, so it's a little bit on element. Yeah, I like it with manifestation because it just gives us the opportunity to win in the fast phase if we find that we need that. Okay. So we're nowhere going to be doing cycles. Might as well play sweep. Yeah, we could do that. So, yeah, so we strife, kill, kill, and then we can move some Dahan around. Because we'll have basically 3 lands threatening next on that next Ravage. It's like Word, Sky Stretch, Manifest, Portents. There's a few things going on there. Let's give that a shot. Okay, so we'll remove that Blight. Okay, here we either have to pay 3 energy or sacrifice a presence. Sacrifice this presence. Go to event. Sorry, 2 presents, forget 2 powers. If we take the Blight card, we're just going to lose. So we can't do that. So we could forget 2 powers, though. We want... I probably would have gone for these 2, but they're in play. Maybe we'll just sacrifice 2 presents. Oof. But now we're going to be below the point where every... Like, because we can get 2 more presents this next turn. Go here and here. So every Dahan has someone. That's not going to be an option anymore. What to do, what to do, what to do. Well, maybe we sacrifice these 2. Or we'll sacrifice like 1 and 1. That way we can just double grow here. So we still have a 4 and 4 manifestation. Oof, we're starting to run out of presents. Sands or mountains with the most buildings. So we'll pick up this sands here. And gain an energy. Yay, energy. 1 damage per Dahan in a land. No good value. I guess we'll go here. And then defend 5. Hey! Take no blight. Let's go! Alright, build in the mountains. This is all defended. And then mountain wetlands. Exploring the sands wetlands. Okay. Alright, so we're going to drop a strife on here. Then we're going to sweep and then repeat it to kill all of this. Okay. Then we can gather to push 4 on the Dahan, and we can also kill a town. Town kill I'm just going to use immediately here. And then we're going to push all of these Dahan in. Maybe I double grow here and manifest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we would need to go double here, manifest, defend that for 3, and then we're solved. Okay. There is a path out. If we manifest, sky stretch, words warning, and we'll throw that in there just for more fear. Not fun, but you know, we're functional. We're alive. We are doing it. Somehow. Okay, so we get the 2 fear for that. Then we'll sky stretches to do this for fear. We're gonna kill stuff, so that'll be 1 more fear, and then boom, boom, boom. All right. We don't have the energy, so we have to sacrifice a presence again. We'll sacrifice you This corner presence, just let that die. And what do we got? 1, 2. Okay, so we got 4. We got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're even on buildings, so nothing happens. Invaders plus Dahan will get us a disease and kill a Dahan. Woof. And then we gain an energy. Yay, energy. 2 fear cards. 5 health from a land with disease. Okay. Yeah. So 5 health from a land with disease. Bam. Gone. From a land adjacent to Dahan. Or at least Beast. So that's all going to die. So we might as well just pick up like that town over there. It's unfortunate. If we could get rid of this guy right here because of this disease, we could isolate out this. But that's going to be a pain in our butt. And hopefully we can just kind of win before that becomes a problem. We're just going to pick up a random town. Okay, build in the sands. Mountain wetlands. And then sands wetlands. So disease. Like so. Jungle sands. Okay. Great. So what do we got? We got town kills. And we can gather 5, push 5. So we have huge amounts of control. I'm kind of thinking we'll gather 5 here, and then push 5 this way, and then use this to pop 2 towns. So 1, 4, 5. Come over here, pop 2 towns. Okay, so 14 fear away from winning. So we're looking at 2 blight. I can remove a blight. Jungle sands, maybe we'll kill. Okay. Oh, this is gonna build before it goes too. Dang. Okay, so let's reclaim. What do we need? Or what are we gonna do? Right, so what are we gonna do? Probably gonna have the Words of Warning to defend that for 3. Probably gonna eat, and then like we could cycles to remove that. Sky stretch, manifestation. Sky. I mean, well, that's too much energy. But I mean, if we did this, right? I think this is the same card we just played last turn, but that would let us kill this fast. Unless if we would then go boom, boom, kill this fast with manifestation. So we'd eat that, defend that. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fear. 7 fear. Get us a second fear card. It's not bad. Okay. I don't think Sweep into the Sea is going to be used, because if we do this game plan, Sweep into the Sea is not going to be used. We'd probably rather just have like any kind of fast anything card. So let's gain a major, intending to swap out Sweep into the Sea. And these are way too expensive. Yeah, we're just going to take Unleash. It's fine on the elements. It also gives us the option of replacing these 2 cards with Unleash. right? If we did, and forget sweep. So if we did something like this now, that lets us kill the city fast, and we could pay the 1 extra energy to pick off the Explorer 2 just to play around, whatever. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fast fear. Okay. Just eat those 2. Okay. That's not bad. And then it would be nice if we could do something like this, right? To run over and blow that up with a manifestation. Like a manifestation, if we had the 1 extra energy, manifestation, like probably like in this land here or whatever, would just win us the game. Let's go for 1 more minor, because any defend card, maybe we can pull this off with a defend card and then manifest. Such as this Confounding Mists. Okay, with this Confounding Mists, maybe we do something like this with the Confounding Mists, or with the Carapace Land, right? Defend 3. Confounding Mist, the air doesn't really matter in this situation. And then that'll let us to manifest. That'll let us die to any plus damage. One of the other things with this, that actually gets us our innate for fast. Go here, pop that. Which may or may not give us more fear. I'll take Carapace. So we can defend, eat. Then in the slow phase, move, destroy everything. Put our Portents of Disaster over here. So as long as we don't get an extra damage or an extra blight, gross, then we can pull it off. So we'll do this, 2 fear, doing that. I want to just bring 3 presents over there right now and then just pop it for another fear card. That would give us 4 more fear. But then we just don't really have it. But then we don't really have a good manifestation. Whereas if we slow roll this, yeah, gosh, I don't know. I do not know. Okay. Sacrifice presence. Add blight to a land without blight. Destroy 2 presents to prevent us from taking on the blight. Holy hell, this is too much presence lost. I might just lose because of that. Push this here. And then gather 1 into a land with 1. Dahan, defend per Dahan. I don't think there's any reason to push that over. It's already fully defended. Golly. We could have really relied on these events and the fear cards for solving our problems for us. Instead, we don't really gain any advantage off of this stuff. So yeah, it's not going to do anything that it doesn't already do. Well, I guess I could go over here and, I don't know, do 2 damage. Doesn't really do anything for me. Anyways, build in the mountains wetlands. Ravaging the Sands wetlands. Okay, Jungle Sands. Explore the mountain jungles. Okay. 4, 5, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 2 damage on it. It has 10 health, 5 to Han, 2 presence. That'd be 10 damage. So I can use my left innate to kill this. Or right innate to kill it. Left innate to push. Fear. Kill, 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 kill. 1 extra fear from Portents. 2 fear away from a fear victory. This game was uglier than sin, but I think we've got it. Because all I have to do is get 2 fear fast, which we have Importance of Disaster. So we'll just, I don't know, gain the extra energy, gain, play a bunch of cards. Doesn't even matter, right? Importance, 2 fear, fear victory. Ugly, ugly, ugly game. Terrible game. I have never lost that much presence before, just to events just back to back to back. I thought it was all going to be cool. How many sacrifice events was that? Okay, there's that one. We destroyed presence for here. We destroyed presence for here. Destroyed presence for here. I think this one we had as a... Yeah, this one we did the Healthy Island for. So right here was, 2 each. So that's 8 presents sacrificed to that, to those fear cards, to those events, and then 3 sacrificed to here. Holy yikes. What a game. What a game. Oh my gosh. Well, that's Spirit Island. Hope you enjoyed. So what were we talking about with this video? The difference between the openings? Well, the thing is that regardless of which opening that we used, it for this matchup against England, because it's so durable, it really did not change the way that the game played out. In that first game, we were able to prevent anything from going into this land number 8 the whole game, and we were able to cruise to a really easy victory. This game, we were not able to do so, and so we really had to fight for everything. This game, we did go for some majors. We did use some majors. I believe we did a major exactly once with this sweep into the sea. And it was good, right? It killed a couple towns for us, but it wasn't amazing. Probably could have gotten something better, but we weren't. But like, for the eco range that Thunderspeaker exists at, there's not a lot of great majors. There are many majors that are Dahan specific, but I really like to go with just minors as much as I can, because these minors are really what wins the game for me, being able to move around and basically just manifest as much as you possibly can. This is your major. This is your win condition right here. Everything else facilitates this manifestation. But I hope at the very least, if it wasn't educational, I hope it was at least entertaining. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys all, and have a great day.